guy, he played at Villanova. He kind of bounced around in free agency coming out of college. Watch this tape from Villanova. He could not cut, and he couldn't break away big runs to get away from guys. Right? But when I threw him into some of these drills, you can see he can cut now. I literally didn't teach him to do that. I didn't tell him how to do anything. I just said, get by this guy, and he figured it out. So deep down, he had this raw, natural, innate ability to do that. And we allowed it to emerge. It doesn't always happen like that with everybody. Some guys don't have that natural, innate ability. We need to help them out a little bit. We need to guide them. I just think the biggest thing is that if we micromanage, that's dangerous. My wife had the perfect analogy of somebody learning how to drive a car. If we are holding the wheel for them, they're never going to learn how to do it. If we let go of the wheel and we tell them, hey, here's a stop sign, make sure you stop. Hey, use your ticker, use this, whatever. But we never stop telling them that. That's also hand-holding. They can't drive unless we're there. Right? I trained a guy for a pro day one year, and I hand-held him through the entire process. Make sure your setup's like this. Hey, make sure you drive up both feet at the start of that 40. I just kept coaching him the whole time. He went and did his pro day, nowhere near where I was. A couple states over. Terrible performance. I mean, crap the bed. He just didn't do it. That's because I hand-held him through that process. I didn't let him figure anything out. Right? So I micromanaged him, and he had a bad pro day. Right? So I just want to know, if we can find that nice balance. I don't know what that is. I think it's also variable depending on your situation, your athletes, and what you're doing. I don't know what the balance is per se, but I want to know how much skill can we actually acquire if we start shifting towards this manipulation of constraints, giving them the opportunity to self-organize, and how if we just become more guides instead of just straight up micromanagers. How much more skill acquisition will we see come out of that? Because I've seen some amazing stuff with my guys, and I'm not making it up. They're doing things they're making moves that I could never have taught them until I put them in these drills. And I'm not even saying anything. I'm literally there as a cheerleader. I'm just nice job. That's it. That's as far as a lot of my coaching goes, especially with these Division I or NFL level guys. They just figure it out. Not everybody's like that. All right, and that's on me to figure out what the balance is for my guys. But these are some of the questions here after all that. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. If you guys want to get in contact with me, I do not have any social media. I've deleted all of it. For personal reasons, it was a distraction to me. I'm done with social media. But if you want to email me, my wife is also the operations director for DeFranco's training systems. So if you send her an email, she's the incredible liaison that gets everybody's messages to everybody. All right, so if you email her, if you want to contact me, it's the easiest way to do it. Right, because I get distracted being a nerd and coaching guys up and all that stuff. Right, so thank you guys so much. Thanks for everything. And here's just at the end, just some recommended resources if you guys want to take a picture of that or anything. There's some of the books that I read that helped raise some of these questions for this presentation. So thank you guys so much.
That was fantastic, and obviously, as I promised, thought-provoking at the very, very minimum. What we'll probably do is give you about 5 minutes right now from a question standpoint for those who have them. At that point, it'll take us to about 4:10. We'll look to get started with our final presentation from Austin Einhorn at about 4:15. One thing that I do want to mention, if you don't want to sit in on the adaptation session that Austin will be having, Sam from Concordia University will be taking anyone who wants to go over and check out the Concordia University kinesiology lab. It's a little bit of a walk. I'm not exactly certain what that means around here, but I can tell you that he is taking a group over there in order to check out their fourth place, their VR, in anything that they got going on today. But before we do that, about 5 minutes here for Cam, and then I think you're sticking around for a little bit of a minute.
What do you think about a constraint-based approach helping an inherently closed drill like pro agility or LBO? You know what I mean? So obviously
Yeah, it's a good question. If you guys didn't hear him, he asked, what do I think about using open, chaotic drills for improving the 5-10-5 or 20-yard shuttle or the L drill for the combine? This is my personal opinion. I just think, if your program is utilizing these open, chaotic drills, like organically within the program, guys are going to be pretty, just body aware, just kind of get stuff. But if it was me coaching it, I would just still, from that aspect, I would coach it up in a closed manner. Because to me, it's just a definitive rehearsal of steps. And if they just get those steps down, they'll get a good time. It means nothing for football anyway. So for me, I just think of it as I'm teaching them a dance, or here are the steps to this dance. That's pretty much what it is. So for me, developing that drill by itself, I'll just keep it closed. First.
Do you ever get nervous about, for lack of a better term, having bad athletes who just don't have the physical capabilities to do some of these open things? Do you work with type of athletes?
That's a good question. Again, if you guys didn't hear it, he asked about athletes that don't seem to have much control, and do I want to make sure that I use some closed drills first to help them get some control before we move on to open-based drills. Typically what I will do is I'll put them in the open environment first. I just want to see what they can do. If there's stuff that I know I don't have to do anything about, great, I leave it there. But if there are guys that are really struggling and they just don't understand their own body, they have no kinesthetic awareness or anything, to me I believe that's where we can use a little bit of closed situations. Some of the warm-up drills you guys saw yesterday, maybe this morning, stuff like that. We can use those to get them to feel their foot hitting the ground, feel the sinking of their hips, that sort of thing. But once they start getting it, then I try to get them back into doing mostly open stuff. If that makes sense. Any question?
Yeah, so I started to dabble in the private industry a bit too. I noticed a lot of people coming from high school to college where they have athletes that are used to coaches that kind of push them and everything. I'm kind of concerned about going right because it's really for them, not only because their procedures, what have you, but also because, as you know, in the private industry, it's like keeping the client getting tough. So if I'm just sitting there and not coaching, and obviously if they know there's some subject bias there, they're going to look to see what their performance looks like. How do I kind of communicate to them what it is I'm doing?
That's a good question too. He asked, if we have guys in the private industry or whatever it is, and you're trying to make sure that you're doing your job, because you got to market your job, and you got to make sure that you keep clients retained and that they feel like you're doing something for them. How do we handle these open drills with them? What I do is I just make sure I do a nice job of explaining to them the intention of the drill, like what's the task at hand. And in my experience, to be honest, I have had no complaints by any of the kids. I've only had positive comments in terms of man, that was a lot of fun. I wish we could have just done that the whole time. Sometimes when we get back in the weight room, they're oh, now we got to lift. So for them, it's actually, they like that. And like I said, I keep them encouraged. I make funny comments or talk smack from the sideline, stuff like that. I try to keep them engaged. But if they know the clear intention of what the drill is, it helps them understand how to compete and all that. And then if there's kids that get bent out of shape sometimes, psychologically, because they're not doing too well, I just tell them hey man, we're all having fun. We're just trying to get better, but it's we're competing in a fun way. It's not like we're not out here we're not going to point fingers and laugh at you because you got juked out. We need to figure out why that is. That's all it is. We're trying to get everybody better. And so, from my experience, that's how it's worked so far.
Anything else?
Very good. Let's go about at least 5 minutes from here. Did I say 4:15? Let's go 4:15, and we'll meet back here again for off the 9 o'clock. And where is? If anyone who wants to go over and check out the kinesiology lab, the group will be meeting in the back. So if that's something that you prefer. prefer to do coming up here at 4:15. They will be taking anyone who wants to go check out that stuff. Fourth place VR, any of the other back in the